about that. Don't
Because
deflect.
if there was anything in there, the previous administration would have used it against him.
Do you know why they didn't? Would you like an answer?
Yes, I would. I do not know.
Why? What do you think? Why would there be a reason?
Because they're in it too.
Could be for sure.
I don't have another reason. I truly don't. Good trouble. I'm what's good. You're good trouble. It's good.
What happens during an ongoing investigation in the DOJ? Who has access to files during an ongoing investigation in the DOJ?
This sounds like a conspiracy theory that you're describing.
Nope. In the before four times, it used to be just the DOJ. All these three-letter agencies, FBI, CIA,
NSA.
yeah, all of these, especially the DOJ, the Fed, all of these operate with somewhat of like discretionary bipartisanship. The president elects the sort of person that runs these, but like they are fairly removed from operations. So in the old days, when the DOJ is conducting an investigation, the executive branch and Congress and Senate don't have access to this information. They're sealed because it's an ongoing investigation, and anybody that has access to this can change the outcome of that investigation. So that's number one.
And that investigation only concluded when he died, when he was unalived. During Trump's term.
Trump stopped the investigation famously. Trump said, Director Patel and Pam Bondi said there had fucking things on my desk. There's nothing in there. Turns out there's nothing. There's no there. Kash Patel said he wasn't. There's no more evidence to continue investigating this. Case closed. Guess what? Release the files now. And then they did. So wait, and then
did you ever
that's what happened.
Did you read Kash Patel's book, Government Gangsters?
No, I didn't read Kash Patel's book.
It's called
wait. Before we fucking go over there, is what I'm saying plausible?
He stopped the investigation. I believe you that Trump and Kash stopped the investigation. And I also believe you that they said there was nothing left to find and that they've released millions of additional documents.
Okay. So what I'm saying, which is why Biden didn't release this as a sort of like political one-up, is the same reason that like they weren't released until now.
So it sounds like in the same way that Trump stopped the investigation in order to release them, that Biden could have stopped the investigation in order to release them.
No. Ghislaine was still under investigation and hadn't been imprisoned yet, famously. And so if he had just stopped the investigation into Ghislaine Maxwell, who was still alive, who is the main co-conspirator in this, it would look a little fucking sus, right? If Biden was like, well, right? Donald Trump stopped the investigation because he didn't want to be further implicated in this. What he didn't, I don't think, understood is that meant that they, due to like FOIA requests, these files were going to have to be released. That's why.
At the end of the day, he had a lot of dirt on a lot of people.
No. Stop doing that. Focus on what I'm saying. That's why Biden didn't do that. It's a silly fucking talking point. You know why else is a silly fucking talking point? Because in 2016, when Donald Trump was president, remember? Right? Could have released the files. Am I wrong?
You're 100% right.
Interesting.
He could have released every file. The JFK files, it took time for him to release.
So why didn't he release? Same question. Why didn't he release the files that he had on Jeffrey Epstein? We knew about this. We knew about this because Jeffrey Epstein was directly involved in the 4chan fucking how the like incel right became this like meme lord and chose Donald Trump to drain the swamp of this sort of sinister pedophile cabal when in actuality you guys elected one of them by accident.
So you're saying that Pizzagate isn't real, but you think
No,
Russiagate was?
no. Do you not know about this?
Dude, I'm telling you that you're saying on
Do
one
you not
hand,
know about this?
you're saying that
This has been released. The guy that started r/poll politically incorrect on 4chan had a meeting with Jeffrey Epstein weeks before, and they said we're going to do this, and then he got on and started to post on there. Steve Bannon, who sat across from Jeffrey Epstein at his fucking house, there's a photo of that, went and took this moment and like weaponized unfuckable losers who couldn't talk to women and began like radicalizing all of them, and that's how Gamergate happened. That's how Pizzagate happened. That's how QAnon started. This is completely related to this. You didn't know this?
Did you not read the QAnon book? It was on Amazon.
Focus.
But like when you talk about the radicalization through that, you mentioned Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
So like, do you agree that like Steve Bannon like was a great politicist and political strategist?
What the wait? So he sat across the desk of Jeffrey Epstein. I have the photo, and you're going to say to me right now in front of 1,600 people, great political strategist by utilizing the fucking sinister cabal that Jeffrey Epstein was running, and sort of darvoing this and like confessing this, but targeting the fucking Democrats rather than putting this insane thing out into the universe and saying, look, it's the Democrats doing this, all the while they're doing this. You think that that's a brilliant political move?
I'm going to be honest, as a random thing, putting aside that I'm Jewish, I just found out the number of German soldiers that invaded Poland, the number that it actually was of human beings on foot that walked across the border. If you were to ballpark the number, you know what it was?
Hey, shut the fuck up, first of all. I'm Jewish also. I don't know what this weird deflection that you're trying to do right now, I don't care about it. I need you to focus. What I'm talking about, is Jeffrey Epstein and Steve Bannon on this one little other tangent.
Did he really rob GoFundMe? Did Bannon really do that? He went to jail for that? Why are you
doing this? What's wrong? Here's the thing. I know why you're doing this, because you feel deeply, intensely uncomfortable with like analyzing your role in this sort of like sinister cabal. Because I'm clean over here.
Do you stop listening to musicians when they like get in a fight with their wife? Do you stop rooting for football teams when the athlete gets?
Hey, what if I try and distract you again? What if I keep distracting you? Maybe you'll just let me off the hook by because I'm not going to fucking talk about this. Maybe. Not me, baby. I'm like a fucking dog chasing a car. I'm like a fucking pit bull with a bit between his teeth. Nah, dude. Focus. We know why. This is all very transparent to me, I think. I think this is all very transparent. Anyway, I hate this, dude. I hate this. What's up, DJ? DJ, I had a 2007 Legacy Spec B.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
I did, and I bought it and I sold it for exactly the amount I paid for it after 6 years.
Dude, those things don't depreciate at all.
Yeah, I found it and it had 108,000 miles. I put 7,000 miles on it, so I was pretty pissed. But it also had the turning circle of a small moon, so like it was not a good Boston City car, but by any means, I would get one. I'd get one out here though. Anyway, what's up, dude?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. First thing I want to say is that me and my sister love your content, dude.
Damn it! Why don't you follow me, DJ? What the
I do
fuck?
follow you. My bad. I just hit the follow button.
I saw. Look here. I was like, car guy doesn't follow me. Clearly, Trump guy. So that's my bad. Anyway,
My
keep
bad.
going. I appreciate you.
Honestly, I think I did follow you at one point, but it just got to a point where like I was just seeing nothing but politics on my For You page, and I was just like, it was just affecting me in a negative way. So I was like, I just had to take a break. But
DJ, I hope you know that this affects me too.
yeah,
Making this shit every day affects me also. So I
know.
hear you. I hear you, dude.
it's bad. It's like I don't know what else to say. Like I don't know how you could defend Trump at this point. Like, I don't know.
And yet, it's less that they're defending him, and more that like what they'll do instead in the place of defense is that they'll just try and like deflect, and they'll be like, well, what about Clinton? But like Biden could have released these files, and like it's very transparent when you zoom out like half a centimeter. You're like, why are you not just talking about this stuff that's in the,
Right.
and that sucks. And I understand why. It's a very uncomfortable position they've put themselves in by supporting somebody who so sort of like heinously corrupt, somebody who like, it's been very clear for us the type of person he is, the sort of like malignant narcissist who only cares about his personal sort of power and success. That's been very clear, and I don't know why it wasn't as clear for the other half, but I think it's becoming a little clearer now. But
Right.
it is nuts.
You do make a good point too, and I feel like a lot of people on the right don't realize like that we don't think the same way as them. And what I mean by that is like, I don't know, like most people on the left don't worship politicians. Like they worship Donald Trump. So it's like if the files coming out, it's not good for them. But we're like, we want the files to come out. We don't care who's in the files. Like we don't worship Bill Clinton. We don't worship Joe Biden or any of them. Like whoever's in it, release the files. We don't fucking give a shit.
It is. That's a
like-
really good point. Is that like it? I'm trying to think of a good analogy for that. I think that like something that I've done that I was like, I think this way. Oh, this is weird, but I had a meeting this morning, and we were talking about like good captions to use on this is a long walk. I'm just realizing it's a good captions to use on your video to get the most engagement. And I was saying that I usually use the one word captions because first of all, it doesn't ruin the joke, it doesn't ruin the punchline that you're about to set up if you do the whole caption. And then somebody else was like, it's not very accessible, and like some people have a hard time. And I was like, I read those better, so everyone must read those better. And that, right? And so like if they're in their mind going like everyone must like the left must love Kamala Harris the way that I love Donald Trump, that makes some sense in that they don't understand that they are in a very unique, awful parasocial relationship with the leader of the free world. And we don't think like that. That's a really interesting take.
Yeah, absolutely. To add on that too, when you say unique, that's very true, because it's really unfortunate. I feel like Trump ruined a lot. Like you didn't see this shit with Romney or with Bush, or who ran against Obama in '08.
McCain.
Yeah, McCain. Like, you didn't see that with any of this shit. Like, Trump just started a whole thing, and it's just been like a disease for 10, 11 years at this point. And it's just like, we really haven't seen this since, unfortunately, I'm going to say World War II.
There's a few that have done this. Yeah. But it's all the same. It's all the same formula. It is a financially hurting population that needs an answer to this. And the answer is anyone that will demonize the sort of like a marginalized community to make them feel better, and like that gains a lot of the like strongman thing gains a lot of support, and not necessarily for their like what they're going to be offering or how they're going to govern, but just in a sort of cult of personality. And nowhere is that clearer than this time. And like there's never been a plan. Ask this man what's the plan for healthcare since 2016. He's had 10 goddamn years and not a peep. And that's just one of countless ways that he's going to fail us. And crucially, it won't matter to the most ardent supporters, because it's not about that. It's about owning the libs. It's about to support, and like,
yeah.
How do you tell them that when they don't give a shit about reality? It's crazy. We are in a very fucking unique, awful little moment that we're just swimming around in together. So I get why you wanted to unfollow me. That's totally fine.
I did just refollow you though.
It's okay. I'm just
said that.
I bullied him back in. You just mute me. Just say I'm not interested in this creator. That's fine. You don't have to see me anymore.
Honestly, yeah. For like with I'm getting back into it. With everything with ICE and obviously the Epstein files. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Although it is overwhelming, you can't really ignore it at the same time because it's just fucking crazy.
Bingo. We can't. We need car dudes making car dude content, being like, also fuck ICE, kinda.
Bro,
so just
I sent one of your videos to my sister one time, because I've been going to the gym for a while, and you hopped on that trend where it was like, what the fuck was it? Where like you do a crazy set and you're like, yeah, I'm a lib or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I've done a few. I'm about to do another one.
We need more of that in this community for sure.
Stuff. Yeah, 100%. And because you know what's crazy? I go to the gym. I go to the gym every day, and every day, if I go at a slightly different time, 2 or 3 new people come up and are like, "Hey, man, love your stuff." And sometimes it's like little wormy liberal guys, and then sometimes it's 9 foot tall, muscled, tattooed dudes who like got off their Harley and are like, "Love your shit, man." And so like the concept that like the right likes to insist that they're the only ones in the gym is fucking hysterical to me. So the more that we kind of retake that space, I think the more important it is. So
absolutely.
DJ, just send it in the snow. Send a legacy in the snow and just go, I don't know. Let me think. This is the only way to treat ICE, and then just fucking full steer lock.
For real.
Do it.
I need better tires, bro. My all seasons were not doing me any good this year.
That car had like a 60. The Spec B had like a 60/40 rear to front, and I never once put snow tires on it, and I would just go sideways. The minute it snowed, I would go outside, and I would just go sideways everywhere I wanted to, and just control it like I was in the Fast and the Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious.
Before this, I had like a regular Legacy non-turbo. That thing was perfect in the snow, but this one, it's just like too powerful. Much power. That's
a sentence you don't hear every day.
Yeah. Well, in the snow specifically, like, normal, because we had I don't know where you live, but I live in upstate New York, and we've been having crazy snow.
True.
and there was I was out a couple weeks ago, and a Toyota Camry was like stuck on a hill. So I was stuck behind them because the cars are coming from the other way, and I had to. It's a manual, so you gotta give it some gas, and I was just like spinning, trying to go around them.
Yeah, I get it. I've been there. We've all been there. All right, DJ, appreciate you, dude.
Hell yeah, man! Be good.
Welcome back. Thanks. Who? There was some dude in here that was like, I'll cook you. I'm going to go back. Stop this. All right. Hey, let me talk about cars sometimes. Okay? Joy is an act of resistance. I will cook you. Spark Chaser. Oh. Why do you follow me? Request then. Request Spark Chaser. Weird. I'll cook you. I don't remember Luke, but
Yeah, it was good. How we doing?
great.
I just want to say, can we get a moment of silence and rest in peace for Renee Good and Alexander, or whatever the other guy's name was? Thank you. And then let's also get a big round of...
Whatever that guy's name was. What was his name? What was his
I think
name?
it was Alexander Hamilton or something of the sort. And then let's get a moment of silence for...
Say his name, you fucking dirty little rat. Say his name, and then we'll do your cool thing. We don't think that you're gonna get that fucking clip out of me. Now let's get a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. Nah. I'm better at the internet than you, dude. I'm better at the internet than you, brother. Luke.
Hey, what's up, buddy? You let me back.
What do you want to talk about, Luke?
Oh, I just wanted to give a rest in peace for all the...
I can't hear
We can
you.
talk.
I can't. Dang. We were so close. We were so close, man. Bummer, Luke. You fucking goon. Anyway. Anywho. Anybody else? Anybody else want the friggin' smoke? No. Estrella Darling? Details of crimes. A none of ya. 1, 2, 3. You won't go with your mommy? What?
What up, good trouble?
Live restricted for 10 minutes. Visibility. That's interesting.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hi, buddy. Wow. I was watching what you've been doing, and honest to God, I've been watching you for, I followed you from like TikTok way back in the day,
We're on
Yeah.
TikTok right now.
No, not TikTok, sorry, Insta.
Instagram.
Yeah, and then I boycotted Insta, and now I'm barely back online. But the convo you were having, I wish I could get my camera online. How do I do this? So y'all can see me too.
2 restrictions. Live visibility.
Well,
turned on.
I talk a lot of shit on this app, so it might be that.
It wasn't you. But okay.
Well, anyway, holla. My name is Ashley.
Ashley, hi.
Hi. Yeah. I go by Ananya because you know what? It's Ananya fucking business what my name is. Right. right?
Right.
Yeah, it's good trouble, right? And so, yeah, and so I'm from Cali originally, and I've just been okay. So here's the deal: I'm married to a motherfucking military veteran. Okay, straight the fuck up, right? Like 22-year officer in the Air Force. Okay, so. So everything that is happening right now is so wrong. And I expect to reconnect. Like, I want you to see my face eventually. I can't figure this out right now, but yeah, this shit ain't right, dude. It's not right. They think they're speaking on us, and they're not. They are not. From the West Coast to, I mean, the vet that I married, he's from Mississippi, and we got roots. My daughter, my child was born in DC, Alexandria, Virginia. My child was born, and we keep circling around the country, and we're just like,
Ashley, I appreciate you. I do. I do, man. We're gonna I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I come back another different time. Please. I appreciate you. Doesn't follow me. Yes, Mom texted me. Yeah, all right. Let's keep talking about the Epstein files. What do you think? I think I'm going to restart, unfortunately, because we have two restrictions, and I don't want to. I feel like we're just dancing on the edge. So, see you in a minute. Sheep Apparel, you're up next. See you in a minute. Goodbye. A minute. Goodbye. Go again.
Now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
How about now?
Yes, I can.
Great. What's up?
I just have a question. I wanted to see if you saw something that I've just come across a few of these videos on TikTok. Trump in the Oval Office the other day with a bunch of people around him, and they say he actually had an accident while sitting there. Have you seen these videos?
Yeah.
I usually don't believe that kind of stuff, but that looked like something freaking happened. I don't know. What do you think? I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
I think that every time Donald Trump shits himself in the Oval Office, an angel gets their wings. I think this is the sort of thing where like they're doing this thing where they flood the zone, right? They attack Venezuela the day that they're going to release a bunch of files that this guy's in, and they do this there's other stuff that like is fully a distraction to sort of like get you talking about this, and like in a perfect world, that would be the headline news: is that this dude just shitting his pants and falling asleep.
Here's the thing. Like I've seen it come up.
He is accused of doing the most heinous horror villain shit, and like if he shit in his pants, he deserves to be embarrassed. But I don't think that he possesses the capacity to feel embarrassed. But like.
My only thing was I've been seeing this stuff online for a long time about him doing this, and I hate Trump more than anyone, but I'm like, nah, come on, dude, that's not true. But this is the one time I look at this and go, I think it may have happened just by the reaction of the people behind him and the way he wanted everybody out of there right away quickly. And the press guy, I was like, it just didn't look freaking right, man. And it's I don't know why it's freaking me out, but it's kind of freaking me out. I don't know what to tell. The president shitting his pants it's just. something.
The prevailing theory is that is a lingering injury caused by someone else. So we like to think that that's, who knows? He could also just be 1,000 years old. But yeah.
It just is. I just wanted to hear if you. I didn't know if you talked about it or you saw it. I just wanted to hear your opinion.
I did, and I think that, while we can revel in how embarrassing that is, I just think that there's so many more other fucking things that we should be talking about.
No, I got
The
you.
other ways
That's not
this
the
guy
most.
is like metaphorically shitting his pants. All the time.
Yeah, that's not the most important thing that he's doing horribly wrong. But I just wanted to, it's in my brain. I was like, I want to get Good Trouble's opinion on this thing. See what
My
happens.
opinion is that he probably shit his pants, and the Republicans should be so fucking embarrassed that they elected like this guy over the person that they called Sleepy Joe for 4 years, who's literally falling asleep and like sundowning before our very eyes, and also the kid stuff. Anyway,
All right, brother, I'll let you go. I appreciate you. Just give me
Thanks,
a minute.
dude.
Take
Thanks.
care of yourself.
Anyway, Sheep Apparel left. Sorry, dude. Hi, Brenna. Hi, team. Is that you making that noise? Oh my god. No. Okay, good. Is my other cat making that noise? I think it was. Anyway, don't let F man up. Not today. Heard. F man, you're up next though. You're up next. Promise. Brenna's up.
All right, bro. Let's go, dude.
Wait, you fucking slurred and ruined this. I keep
No,
forgetting.
hold on a second. Hold on a second, man. I can see your point. Okay, but
What's my point?
the point is,
Apologize for using those slurs last night.
I apologize for using those slurs, but
Do you understand why it's bad? Do you understand why it's bad to use those slurs?
When you were in high school, man, you don't tell me you didn't say that stuff, bro.
Yeah. When I was fucking 13,
College?
Shut up. When I was 13 years old, I said the R slur like a lot of times. It was the 90s. I regret it. I didn't
But it's
understand
not-
because my fucking frontal cortex hadn't closed yet. I also called people gay a lot,
You know-
like so much.
You know,
It's really bad.
my old roommate just 2 years ago had a daughter with special needs, and he
You're
was
out
saying
here
that
just making fun of them.
he was referring to his own daughter like, not like in a slowful
So
way.
he's a piece of shit too. It's not funny.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's not funny. That's a horrific story. That makes me fucking violently angry. I know I'm smiling, but I'm trying to trick the algorithm into thinking that I don't. That makes me so fucking furious. A dad said that about his daughter, his special needs daughter. You think that's funny?
No, he was,
You're a guy. You like God, right? You're a
Wait,
big
what?
God guy, right?
of course.
Figure out your fucking morals. You were coming up here to tell me the error of your ways. Go for it, dude.
I apologize for saying that
Why?
because it could hurt other people
How?
because it's derogatory.
And
That's it. It's not good enough.
I'm not the
How
one
many
who,
people do
I'm
you
not the
know-
one
how
who
many
gets to
people-
accept your apology.
How many people do you know would come up and apologize like that in your life? Not many, dude.
To continue basking in the attention I am bestowing upon you, just about everybody. People say things all the time to stay here.
Hey, so when are you gonna go down to the Drip Coffee and come meet me so you can make me famous?
Are you hanging out at Drip Coffee in Denver?
I was there 3 months ago and I did a video. It's like the only video I ever did that went viral. It was a lot of
Cool
people.
story.
Yeah, I hit your status, dude. I hit the Good Trouble status, man.
Oh, probably not.
Close. Couple thousand views. It's close.
That's usually So the error of your ways. We're all just bated breath, dude.
You saw that video though, no?
No,
You mentioned it last night.
I didn't see your fucking video at the coffee shop, brother.
Well, no, because there's a black gentleman who is preaching the truth of the gospel. He said, God loves you. Jesus loves you. And then the other side, because what is that area called again? That's where they have like the art walk. It's in Denver. What area is that again?
I don't fucking know.
You do, dude. Come on, man. They have the big art walk in Denver, Colorado, like once a month, first Friday of each month or something like that.
There's first Fridays in almost every neighborhood in Denver.
Well, all right, whatever, dude. They have like a bunch of food trucks and art.
The error of your
galleries.
ways. You were gonna say something about that. Remember?
I did. I just apologized to you, man, and to your live
About
to
that. Nothing else, though.
2,700 people. They're on here.
1,400.
Oh, I was reading sorry, those are the likes. My bad.
It's 27,000.
27,000. You're right. Excuse me.
Cool.
So you accept my apology.
Have you
It's
donated
good.
to the GoFundMe I set up yet?
GoFundMe for what?
For my friend Benji set up a food pantry to feed families in need. You want to go? You smash a little donation in there. It's in the link in my bio.
I'd have to know where he's giving it and who he's giving it to and why he's giving it.
There, I did a video. It's a big. It says Hope Corps. Right.
You
in the
watch
fucking,
my video, you like my video and watch it, I'll give you.
We're not. Hey.
Let's
We're not
do a
the
barter
same.
in there.
We're not the
We
same.
are not the same.
You and I are not the same. Video wise, I did a video and raised a bunch of money. You videotape somebody else and have 4,000 followers. We're not doing the same thing. I want you to go watch that video. Just go watch that video. You can leave my live and go watch that video and then donate and tell me when you've done that. You're a good Christian man.
No, I donate.
Go feed
I
a
do a lot
family.
of other stuff. I do a lot of other stuff, dude. I don't need to give this guy money for a food pantry. Where's this food pantry at anyway? Minnesota?
Yeah.
I know it is, isn't it? I think I saw the video. How'd you meet this guy, man? And what is he doing? Who is he feeding? Is he feeding the protesters? Or is he actually feeding homeless people?
He's not feeding either of those.
Who is he feeding?
People who can't go outside in an occupied
Can't go outside, dude.
militarized fucking city right now.
When it pops off in LA, you gonna come down to LA too?
I can come down to LA. You want me to come
All
down
right,
to LA?
man, that's where I live. I live in Orange County. I live close there, bro. All right.
Cool.
So, I apologized, but why are you trying to get me to donate to this guy, man? For what?
Because I'm trying to get everybody to donate.
I think
You're a good Christian. You like
think-
helping charities, no?
of course,
Go nuts.
but I want to know what let's get real here, though. I mean, all right. So when they're deporting people, they're
Not
also
very
deporting
Christ-like of
criminals.
you.
They're
Christ
deporting
famously turned
criminals, too.
all that water into wine and the fucking fish and shit, and he was just like, hey, before I distribute this among the tired and the hungry masses, I need to know what you're gonna do with it. That's what Jesus said, right?
Does this guy have?
Am I right?
If I need to know more about this guy, man.
Am I right about that story? He said, Jesus, before he fed all those people, he said, you got to give me a little bit more information about your tax returns.
Hey, listen, I just gave $50.
Where are you from? Jesus said right before he fed the masses. Right? That's what he said.
I don't remember that story, bro.
Oh,
Where are you from? What are you talking about, bro?
yeah. Jesus said famously when he turned that water into wine and all that fish and bread and shit, he said, where are you from before I feed you?
I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
You've never heard that story?
But I need to know this guy's backstory, dude.
You don't know where the fucking Jesus fish comes from?
There's a lot of different stories, man.
You came up to me telling me about how you believe in Christ and God is the only way. You don't know this. this well-known story about God, about
He
Jesus.
multiplied fish. He turned water into wine. He did these, different things.
And then
I know when he turned the water into wine, he said it wasn't my time yet.
And then he fed, before he fed all of those people, he said, "I'm going to need to see your papers."
No.
No?
Papers, dude.
He said no. He didn't say that. What did he do? What did Jesus do?
Let's look, dude. Let's look.
I can just tell you.
No,
He didn't say.
I don't know. I gotta fact check you, bro.
He didn't
I got a
say.
Bible right
he
here,
didn't
dude.
say where are your papers. He just fed them. So
Listen.
if you've got a little thing on your wrist somewhere,
In
which I know you
Israel-
do, that says, "What would Jesus do?" I would suggest you would donate to my fucking GoFundMe without
You gotta donate
asking.
to me, dude. You donate to me to help build an orphanage in Kenya, or no?
Not if you're going there to turn them into Christians. No.
Oh man.
Tell me about who occupied Kenya for the longest time. Do you know that?
England.
Good guess.
No, it's true.
But wrong.
England.
No,
Britain.
that's the same.
I know, but I'm saying that's the only other.
Why did they do that?
Why? I don't know, man. I've been to a lot of African countries. It's one of the nicer countries in Africa. Well, it depends where you go. Nairobi's very nice. It's ghetto too.
Nobody fucking asked you this question.
Yeah, you said it. You asked me who took over Kenya, and I've been to Kenya. I've been to
I didn't ask you
Uganda, I've
where
been to
you've
South
been.
Africa. I've
I
been
didn't
to
ask
many
you that.
countries.
Nobody asked you that. You just started talking.
No, you asked me what.
This is the second guy that come on here after like going to do like missionary trips, as if that's a decent and good thing to do to people. That's nuts to me.
I do many good things. Okay. I do enough. I do. What do you want me to? Well, okay, so I've helped build orphanages. I've helped build churches. I've helped give my time. When I see a homeless person, I try to. Well, it depends where, or what I'm doing. You know, if I gave every homeless person
what is
every
the
dollar,
what is the criteria under
How
which you're
often
going to
do
give your money to a homeless
often
person?
Do you roll down your window at an intersection and give $1 to a homeless guy? How often do you do that? Be honest.
Almost every time.
You broke, bro. You're in Denver. you
look
broke,
around.
dude.
Look around,
you
dude.
broke, dude.
I'm doing great.
you broke, bro.
Every time, especially if there's somebody with a kid, I give them fucking all of every time, especially if there's somebody with a kid, I give them fucking all of the money that I have. So that's God's honest truth. Never like information other than being challenged by a weird Christ like missionary who doesn't know the story of when Jesus turned water into wine.
We need borders for a reason, bro. In the Bible,
Is that what
we have
Jesus said?
borders too.
Is that what Jesus said?
Do they not have borders?
Is that what Jesus said?
We have borders for a reason, man.
Tell me where Jesus said that.
We can't
in the
just
Bible.
open up everything
Hey.
and let everybody
Hey.
pour in.
Hey, man.
And by the way,
Hey, dog.
Joe Biden
Hey, brother.
said, well,
When did Jesus?
come on in. We won't
I'm just
turn you back.
I'm just trying to have you figure out where your ideological consistency lies. So is it entirely with Jesus, or is it just enough that you can justify your weird bigotry, and then like pass it off as Christianity? That's not a
Unlike-
unique take.
Unlike a lot of conservatives, I can safely say I can see both sides of the issue when it comes to deportation. One, yes, there's innocent people being taken and unjustly, but there's also criminals who have come across the border, and there's.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
What
sir.
percentage of people detained right now have a criminal record?
Wasn't it like 8%, something like that?
Less.
I think it was like 8%, which is actually in the grand scheme of things a lot.
It's not.
How many? You tell me, man.
5%.
Still big enough.
5 out of 95, and the other number is 95% of people that don't have a criminal record being detained at their court hearings. When you say these people need to go, you're not going to find a reasonable liberal that says people committing crimes should not be who are not citizens should not be deported. No one is lining up to fight for the fucking criminals doing bad things in our fucking country. Nobody. You're not going to find one fucking lib who does that. The framing of that argument is fucking stupid. You use 5% of the people being detained without due process as a justification to enact cruelty on families and working people trying to earn a living and live here. And I think that that's not very Christ-like of you. I think that that's actually pretty fucking satanic, if you ask me.
I don't, I'll be honest with you, I don't pay too much attention to it.
No shit. No shit. You don't have any fucking idea what you're talking about. You could have fooled me, brother. You could have definitely fucking fooled me. I thought you had read up on this. That's my bad. Shit, dude. Why? Can I ask you a question? If you don't pay attention to this, why is it that you people?
Why do you always have to do the you people thing, bro?
Because I like it.
Why is
and
it us
frustrates
versus
you.
them? Why can't you just admit we're all being
frustrates you? Why is it that you people insist on giving your opinions that don't have their basis in reality? Why do you insist that your opinion means as much as mine? I know about this. You don't. Your opinion doesn't mean the same thing. Right?
They're just opinions. Opinions are like a-holes, man.
You're an asshole. Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Sorry.
Nailed it, dude.
Touché.
But honestly, like if a doctor told me that I have a cancerous mole and I need to have it removed, I'm gonna be like, I looked at WebMD and it said the chances are 50-50, so I'm not going to. Do you think those two opinions should be the fucking same?
No.
Okay. So why is it that in this instance, when you're talking to somebody who knows a lot of this stuff and you by your own admission, don't have any fucking idea what you're talking about, why do you think your opinion should matter as much as somebody else's? Mine specifically.
I don't know, man. But, yeah, it's all good.
It is all good, man. It is all good. Not a thought between those eyes. Not a single goddamn whispery thought. Hello.
Those are the ice cream scoops Dare warned us about.
What?
You know the ice cream scoops out of a brain?
No.
Never mind. What? You were never told that never mind. Whatever. I was raised with a lot of stories about different things that would take ice cream scoops out of your brain.
I've never heard that phrase before.
You never heard that? Really?
No.
All right.
Oh. I feel like I took an ice cream scoop out of my brain the other day. That's for sure.
Well, there you go. There you go.
That's Olivia was in here 2 seconds ago, and I said, "Come on in," and now she bailed.
Girl, what? You guys never heard that? You guys seriously never fucking heard that? I said it earlier. I was cooking earlier tonight. I don't know if you saw, there's some people in here who were saying I was on one. I was in fact on one earlier today. I'm in a very cookie mood, and that was yeah.
Spicy Brenna.
Spicy Brenna.
Exciting.
Why is it an ice cream scoop? I don't fucking know. I can't believe you guys didn't hear that. When I said it in my live, people knew what I was talking about, but that's fucking, yes, the DARE program. There you go. Okay.
DARE.
Hey. What's up?
Hello.
I have a flight I have to leave my house for in 5 hours. I haven't packed.
Go to bed, you.
No,
First
I
of all,
can't. I can't.
First of all, thank you for being my manager today. That invite, it was not my fault,
Okay.
but thank you for.
I don't care. I had bigger concerns.
I know, but I'm
very.
very thankful that you did because I was the keynote. It would have been very bad had I not shown up. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Wait, you're a keynote speaker?
Well, no.
To speak my truth, I don't even know what it was. I got a message that said he needs to be here on this link now, and I was like, "All right, got it."
Can I tell you something? I didn't know what it was until
Oh my God,
until
that's so
I
funny.
began talking. Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah. Anyway, it went great though.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to bed. I decided I'm not going to, and that's because around probably 3:30 today, I took some organic dart bits because Olivia was stressed the fuck out, and I'm just now cognizant. In the last hour, I'm just now cognizant about what's going on and where I'm at.
Where are you headed, if you don't mind? Guard dog.
DC.
Nice.
I'm going to DC.
Nice. How long are you there? Are we gonna run into each other?
Well, no. So I'm actually only there for one day because I got to go to a different nearby state. I'm not slurring my words. I'm tired. I got to go to a different nearby state. But I have to be there early, so I had to fly in before.
We've had.
We should see each other soon. Actually,
We should. We've had a
Yes,
pretty
we should
consistent
be.
stream of people coming on here, slightly inebriated. So I think the
I'm
audience.
not.
is just,
No, I'm not anymore. Not anymore.
Can I just?
What
Yeah,
does that
great.
sound?
I think it's good trouble.
Is that you?
Me?
Oh, maybe it's David. David, was that a chicken? Oh. That was a chicken. I definitely heard it like a chicken or a rooster or something.
Can I just say, GT, sometimes it's easy to be let up here without realizing it.
Yeah,
don't
like I
let
was just
people know.
ordering an Uber. I was just reserving my Uber. And then boop, I was here.
Yep.
Sorry.
I scared him.
Sorry to
Maybe.
heard that.
I'm scary. What can I say?
What is that sound? Who is that? I assume that's Olivia.
Are you for real? You wanna see what I'm doing right now?
What is the glass sound?
This
that's
is where I'm
happening?
doing. It's not me.
Maybe it's
I'm
Brenna.
laying upside down on my bed. Thank you very much.
Hi, Olivia.
Brenna, were you
Hi.
pouring yourself a libation?
Oh, I was. Oh, was
Love
that
the
sound
word.
you were
I
hearing?
love the word libation.
making
It's such a
tea.
good word.
You guys want to know
Please pack, guys. I can pack in an hour. It's not that big of a deal.
You want to know the
Yeah.
trick of social media? You record the thing that you're going to say, the way that you talk like an idiot, and then think about cooler words to use had you had a second chance, and then you do that.
You know what I love about social media? I love when sometimes I'm like, man, I got things I want to say, but I probably shouldn't say them. Probably shouldn't post either. And then I come up here and you're live and I talk about it.
Can I bring in an ignorant family question?
Okay, actually, how cold is it, guys? Because I only have a long petticoat that's like pretty decently warm. Like I've worn it in like 30 degrees and been fine. So is it just like I should layer thing and I'm good, or like am I just screwed because I don't have another like big puffer coat?
I don't know.
Looking for cold feedback here. Not used to the cold like that. Petticoat. I don't know. It's long. Trench coat. Is that the right one?
Howdy.
Hey man, I just wanted to come on because I've been on this app forever. I do the People's Talk Show live. Hi everybody, I don't know if you know who I am. I'm the guy in the suit. But I just wanted to say, man, I want to have you on the show at some point. I've been bugging you since 2021, so please come on the show 9:30 p.m. I'll make a special show for you, and you can just have you just do like a quick thing on the show and just because finally I can say I had good trouble on. Is that something you could do for me?
Sure is. Talk to my manager, Olivia, and she'll set you up.
Okay. Thank you. Good trouble.
You DM me.
Here, I'll follow you. There, you gotta.
Okay,
You gotta.
thank you.
Yeah, don't
All right.
DM me.
I just
too.
think
He
it
won't
would be
respond.
so cool. I've waited for years, and
All right.
he's just I like to have like notable people on here, and you've always been a good guy. So
Deal. Appreciate you.
all right,
Thanks.
It was so
Thank
cute.
you, manager.
Oh, I'm not even your manager. People are actually. I don't even respond to my own email. So layers.
It's cold there.
I just
Oh,
gotta,
yeah, Olivia, where are you coming from? That it's fucking cold.
Houston.
Houston to DC.
Okay, so you don't even have a winter coat right
I
now?
have boots. No, I have like a winter coat. Here, wait, let me find a picture. I'll show you the
You
jacket
have
I'm talking
good,
about.
Does it have
good
down
winter
in it?
boots.
What is that? What is that? I don't know.
Like the feathers?
Oh,
Is it
I don't
puffy?
know.
Is it puffy?
Is it puffy?
No, it's not puffy. It's like I went to DC about 2 weeks ago and I wore this jacket and I was fine.
Oh, then you're fine.
My face was cold, but my
does.
body was fine.
My face is telling me no, but my body. Is that R. Kelly? I should not.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, you know who learned that was R. Kelly the hard way? Me.
You damn, and now me.
I feel like 2 weeks ago it was a lot warmer than it is right now. Just saying.
Well, I hopefully will be inside the entire time. So
Okay. All right.
one thing about me, she does not mind taking an Uber.
You guys, what new fresh hell did you discover today? I discovered that they
What a question for me, brother.
yeah. The big one was that they redacted Donald Trump's face in one of those emails of just an innocuous fucking photo, but it simultaneously released photos of nude children unredacted.
Which tells me, I think that at least partially they're doing it with AI because they said redact all instances of Donald Trump. And I think the AI saw Donald Trump's face and went, bloop. Just a thought.
But not the children.
But not the children.
You know what I worry about related to that? I worry about these people inputting sensitive classified information into AI to organize it on like public algorithms. Like that happened, like someone who did some securities work for the government put like sensitive information into some public AI. I don't like that. Don't love that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to invite Lexi. Lexi, can you just come talk to us for a minute? Lexi said if she joins us. Lexi, will you just say what you said in the comments?
No.
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I'm super sad and scared as hell right now. I live in Florida in a redneck area. Everybody's Team Trump here. I try to reach out to make a community so that I have some backup, and I got a lot of backlash. And I don't know. I fucked up moving here.
You are from Puerto Rico.
I'm Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
From the Bronx.
I'm super brown, so no way of escaping it.
Right. I did want to touch on this because, like, people. So in Minnesota, what is happening is that like people who are undocumented are scared to go outside, but similarly, American fucking citizens who are brown and
Yes.
black.
Yes.
Are similarly terrified to go outside for just so that they
Same
don't have
reason.
to have an interaction with these illiterate thugs who have been.
Yes, yes. It's been like 3 months. I haven't been outside. I go out rarely, and it's with my husband because I think he can maybe defend me, but I'm terrified. Literally terrified. And I'm miserable.
that makes me furious for you and sad. And I think that I think people, I don't know that it's for lack of understanding. Although, to be honest, I didn't really fully, even I can say this, I understand the concept. I understand that this is happening, but I didn't really grasp it until I went to Minnesota and saw the severity of what you're talking about, and how migrants and American citizens alike are
We're
suffering under this. Yeah,
We're suffering.
everywhere.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. We're suffering. And it fucking sucks, I'll be honest with you. I've worked for the government for the last 30 years of my life. Quit my job at Medicaid because the administration came after my job. And then to have to hide in my house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
I think that this is a really important part of this story. I'm really sorry. I'm fixing my microphone right now, but
No, you're fine, sweetheart.
it's a reality that so many people in America are anyone who is reasonably keyed into this is scared because of how unprofessional, because of how violent, because of how unregulated this force is. The best case scenario in some instances, if you are detained by ICE, is that you spend 3 or 4 days in a facility that is feeding you moldy bread and no heat, and that's best case. And then you're released with an I'm sorry and no course of action, because you don't know. It's wrongful imprisonment, and it's indescribable. This is everyone's rights are being violated.
My favorite creators say earlier, if they don't give a fuck about shooting a white woman or a white man in their face, they won't give a fuck about shooting me. And that's fucking scary as shit.
It's really scary. It's really scary. And we don't, and this again, and I'm not trying to fearmonger or hit on this point, because you know, but the fact that we are discussing these two most recent killings is because there's 90 fucking angles of this happening, and we don't have a single fucking angle of what is happening in these detention centers, and the people, and hearing women screaming on the other side to try and get as a form of protest, but also the stories that come out of their consistent stories of this mistreatment of children and women and men and
kids at the Dilley Center.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they were screaming. Yeah. No, I don't know.
No. And it's horrifying. If they can do this if they can do this with this many people watching, imagine what they're doing to people that they've been detained.
I'm 47. I'm Gen X. This isn't my fucking America anymore. At all. At all.
Right. Horrifying. I'm really sorry,
It is.
Lexi. I don't know of anything in Florida, but I know that the thing that I did with Benji, there's I'm sure similar programs that people are standing up to sort of combat this and combat what you're doing. And I don't know if you're in a position that you feel like you need to have people delivering stuff to you, but
no, my husband takes care of me. He's light-skinned, so he's good, I guess.
Hooray.
But yeah, he takes care of me. Yeah, no, it's just me and my mind, I think, at this point.
Sure. Ellie wants to come say something, I think. Just gonna add her real quick. And okay.
Hi, Papa.
Sorry, I've been trying to get up here for a long time. But Lexi, I actually just wanted to, obviously, like, don't dox yourself, so don't answer the question. But if you happen to be in any area around Little Haiti or South Miami this weekend or week, I would suggest not going outside because there is.
No, baby. No. I'm in Central Florida and I'm not going nowhere because they're here.
You know, it's actually interesting to me. In Central Florida, that's the only place where I know liberals in Florida is like around that area. And I have seen a very small shift. I mean, I'm part of like Gen Z, right? So I've seen like the extremists that I went to school with and the, people that are like me that have, brains. And one thing that I will say is I know it may sound stupid to say, but I actually do have hope for the state. I feel like people are slowly starting to wake up in Florida, particularly like people in my generation. I'm more of like Olivia's generation. Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm such big fans of you three. Like oh my God, I love you guys so much. And I have a question to actually ask you guys after this, but I do think that in Florida, there are good people. Like, for example, my best friend, she lives up in Central Florida and she's like very, 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 very much like Democrat, so far left. And like, she sparks a lot of conversations and debate at her school and tries to educate people. She's a big fan of you guys also. And like, the Deans and Parkers, and like we watch all the debates and all that stuff. And so there are young people around that area that are trying to spark debate, that are trying to spark conversation, because it is scary to think of.
What I did was I went on my neighborhood app and tried to form a community so that we had each other should everything go to shit. And I actually got like really bullied from all these MAGA people.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, my best friend literally got put on academic probation at her school because a guy threatened her and then he like edited it to make it look like it was like the other way around. And she got very heated and said a bunch of stuff. And it was like a crazy MAGA guy, and he ended up actually getting her put on academic probation. He called her school, and like she could have called the cops for what he said to her online, but she didn't, because she knew that she could just block him.
Right.
But yeah, no, there are definitely some crazy people, but there are also good people still. And I have a feeling that
I haven't met them yet, and I'm like the only brown person on my street. Maybe neighborhood. Maybe I like a lot of streets. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a lot of streets. And again, I have a white husband. He's Italian, but light-skinned. But yeah, I was just trying to form a community so that if shit goes to bad shit, I had a group.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that didn't work out so good.
Sorry. Well, I think this story is important, and I think that like I know that this is difficult, and it is scary and sad and frustrating, but like I think it's really important that like even MAGA people in here hear the reality of what their American neighbors are going through, and even if they won't acknowledge it, some will understand that this is your reality now, and I think that's really important. So thank you for coming up. I really appreciate you.
No, thank you. Good trouble.
It's good to meet you, Lexi. Hang in there. DM, it's gonna be. We're gonna kick these people out of the fucking. Don't worry, we're gonna do it.
Midterms, Lexi. Midterms.
We're gonna do it.
Yes, we're gonna
It'll
do
be
it.
huge. Trust me.
Huge. Thanks. Elle, thanks for coming up, dude. Good to meet you.
I had a question.
Oh,
Could I
sorry.
just-
Yeah. Of
Sorry.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
I was on I am such a fan of you guys. And I've been like trying to come up here for so long, but I just had a question. I asked Brenna, but it was kind of like on text. So, you know, they like limit your word count. So I was raised like my parents, just like, not going to give you the whole thing, but basically like my parents growing up were extremely, extremely liberal, 2-time Obama voters. And then, my mom passed away before the Hillary election, but my dad voted for Hillary. And like, it was so like embedded in me at the time that like, I was 12 years old when the 2016 election happened. And I remember my dad waking me up that morning for school being like, well, it's Trump. And I remember like feeling so defeated and depressed because my dad got me so excited about him not winning. And it really sucked. And like, even back then when I was literally a child, I understood the gravity of the situation. And I'm kind of going through this really difficult situation now where, mind you, my dad, well, he says he did. He apparently voted for Kamala this time around, but it doesn't matter because he lives in a super blue state, so I don't really care what he did. But he said he voted for Kamala. And he did vote for Trump in the 2020 election, which I thought was kind of weird. But then he realized that he was like a misogynistic pig and, you know, the whole nine. Basically, my dad is now... Dad. Sorry?
We love a self-aware dad.
Well, see, so here's the deal, okay? My dad is now, post-election, believe it or not, becoming red-pilled. So everybody, right? Mind you, my dad is I told Brenna, my dad has a very Hispanic name. So backstory, my dad immigrated here, you know, legally when it was easy to do, you know, in the 19-whatevers. So he's Latin. And
the year started with 19. It was easy to do everything.
19.
Buy a home, get married, have kids.
Well, he was 2 years old when he immigrated, right? So he's the youngest, or the second youngest of 6, and they're from a Latin country. And he has a very Hispanic name, but he's, you know, extremely white passing, obviously. You know, that makes him feel like he's, you know, I'm an American, I'm a patriot, right? So basically... all of his siblings are like extremely like hypocritical and like extremely MAGA, like to the point where like my cousin told me to like, I'm going to spell it out because like I don't want to get you flagged, but like, you know, like grapes. Mm-hmm. So my cousin told me that like if I didn't like want to, you know, eat grapes, that I should wear a CHAST, you know, the rest, belt. Yeah. So like, these are like really like bad people, right? But my dad wasn't like that. My mom and my dad are like, my mom and my dad literally raised me in this way. So I'm so used to like liberal culture. Most of my friends are liberal. And if they're not, I can't escape them because they're like family friends. And so this is all I've known. And I don't know how to handle this situation because my dad is very smart, intelligent. You know, he's like, oh, well, you know, and yes, you know, the other day I called him and I was like, hey dad, like we need to talk. And I'm like, can you please sit down like where you're at? I need your full attention. He's like, okay. I'm like, listen, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but you are completely switching up on everything that you have taught me about.
Right.
You've raised me to be a strong young woman that doesn't take any crap from anyone. He's super like pro-abortion. He's super pro like everything. But he's becoming so indoctrinated and I don't know what to do about it. And it's to the point where like, I mean, like I only have one parent. I don't have siblings. I'm not trying to like lose my relationship with my dad. But like, I don't know how to steer him off. And I'm like, you need to stop watching Jesse Waters. She's like, I don't even know who Jesse Waters is. I'm like, Dad, you know who Jesse Waters is. You're literally repeating like MAGA like talking points to me right now. You're going to tell me you don't know who Jesse Waters is. You probably watch him on the TV all day. I'm like reading him all these facts about everything going on. He's like, well, actually, I think that what Trump's doing for the economy and all this is good. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, my dad is a very intelligent person. This isn't like some like if I had my dad come up on live to debate you, like it would be a coherent conversation. He's not one of these, you know, crazy MAGA heads. And so I guess my question is, what do you think how do you think they're getting these people like super smart? Like my parents literally took me to like an Obama convention one night.
I'm going to let these two women one of whom is an immigrant, one of whom is a child of immigrants, talk about the proximity to this thing. Go nuts.
Can I ask?
Literally gave you guys a speech. Sorry.
Can I?
No, not at all. Great.
Can I ask like a follow-up question, which is, what is your dad going through in his personal life that he's looking for answers for that has driven him to this point?
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
I feel like this might give you context. I actually have like tea, Loki. My dad.
Gen Z, you say? Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I'm super Gen Z. Sorry. I like just voted in my first election, Gen Z, like in 2024. Every single thing that I voted for, and guess what? Every single thing on my ballot, the opposite happened. So that was really discouraging. But I still have my voter. I'm like
discourage you.
No, I'm so like passionate that like I still have like my little voter sticker like in my wallet.
Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so what's the deal?
Give us a tea.
Okay, so the tea, right, is that so my dad has always been like weirdly racist towards Latin people, and mind you, like he is Latin. Is
he Mexican?
No, he's not. He's Panamanian.
Got it.
Yeah, and so my dad has always been language of Spanish. She hated it. Like if my mom, I know GT doesn't like God, but we gotta believe in God. I am Jewish, by the way, GT. I gotta believe in God. And I feel like she's like around me, and I feel like she's probably rolling over right now. Like what the hell happened? But one thing that was always very prominent is that like my dad was always extremely, extremely racist towards Latin people. He hated when we spoke Spanish, even though he speaks literally like fluent Spanish, the whole thing. And so I think that one thing that might give you some context is like there's a lot of like internalized hate there. So but even then, like he's never ever ever been like not even MAGA. My dad's never been Republican.
What state are you from?
Well, Florida, but he was raised in Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brenna, do you want to go?
I mean, I have thoughts, but I don't. You probably have a closer experience to it, Olivia.
I guess that's true. Yeah, like, but to give you context for me, my dad's been very Republican my entire life, and he voted for Trump in 2020. Like, he didn't vote for Trump in 2016. He supported him, but he didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
And he saw 4 years of Trump and was like, more, actually. And then voted for him in 2020.
That's exactly, that.
Yeah, but then he voted, my dad voted for Kamala in 2024. And now he's, like, kind of slowly-ishly reverting kind of back to his conservative ideas, but not really. And it's because there's a lot of stuff going on in his personal life that, like...
Yeah.
He's in between him and focus groups I've done, and I have brothers, and I have a lot of men friends in my life. I have a lot of men who are men of color friends in my life.
Right.
And the thing that I've realized is, I think we as women, we have a lot of community out there of when we're going through things, we know that there's other women who have gone through that, and we can find answers for those things most of the time. I don't think that men have that at the same level. And I think that when you're a man of a certain age and you have these really rigid ideas of what the world is supposed to be, and it doesn't pan out, and then something that you hope or aspire to doesn't come to fruition, at some point there is a feeling of hopelessness or emptiness there, and you're looking for answers and you're not finding it. And I feel like, especially for Latino men, because like right now Latino men are being vilified, but also being held accountable at the same time. And I think when you feel like you're constantly being vilified, but you're also watching people who should be held accountable get held accountable, it can feel like broad scale, whatever it is you're going through doesn't matter. And I feel like there's a decent chance that could be what's happening to your dad, is like he feels like he's getting roped in on either side, and he doesn't know what to do about it.
What's really weird is that he actually, like, in the last couple of years moved to like the Northeast in like to like a really, you know, democratic state. And he like he moved because he likes the cold, obviously, like he's from New York. And also he doesn't have like a girlfriend or anything because nobody could deal with him. So he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pack up and leave. So then he left, and you know, he has his community, he has his temple, and he does like volunteer work. And so I forgot to mention that my dad used to have like a really big drinking problem that started even before my mom passed away. But he hasn't in the past couple of years. So what I don't understand is you're not drinking. You're in a better place, you know, mentally, physically. You have friends around you now. Like he has community. And it's like it's the stars are not aligning for me here. I'm not understanding how we got to this point because he has literally all the community. You know, actually, like one thing that I did want to say was when we were speaking the other day, he was like, I'm like, Dad, you don't understand. It doesn't matter that you immigrated here when you were 2 years old. You have a super Spanish sounding name and you're not from here. You're not, you know, Trump, you know, the whole, he wanted to get rid of, birthright citizenship. Imagine what he wants to do to you, and you weren't even born here. And he goes, I'm a citizen and I have the naturalization papers to prove it. I'm like, you just said it. You have the what papers? Oh, okay. Thank you. Right? But like, it makes so much sense what Olivia's saying, but it's just like not applicable to him because he has so much community around him that it's like, how did we get here? That's what I'm saying. I understand. Like, listen, I listen to you guys. Like, when GT's live, Brenda's live, I'm probably on your guys' live for almost the whole time that you guys are live every single night. And I hear the conversations that you have with people. And some of these people have, I mean, it's very Gen Z for me to say this, but they're brain rotted, right? My dad's not brain rotted at all. So like, how are they getting these people that are so intelligent to look beyond all of these things? And I'm like, Dad, you love women's rights. You know, you've always been an advocate for all the same things that I have. Like, do you not care that Trump's a misogynistic pig? And he's like, well, because I like the way he's running the country, I can't look at his moral stances. So then I did, you know, the typical thing that we all do when we talk to these people, which is we put them in like those shoes. I'm like, well, you love me, right? You would believe me if something happened to me. So why don't you believe these women? And he goes, it's not that I don't believe them. It's that I like what he's doing for the country. So I can't look at his morals, which makes no sense, obviously.
What does he like about what Trump is doing for the country?
Well, he's retired and like pretty well off, so he probably likes that his taxes are less. I don't know. That's the thing. I ask him and he starts spinning into like these like webs of like BS. He's like, oh, what's it called? Like something about Venezuela. He's like, oh, Venezuela. I spoke to my friends and they're Cuban and they say that, you know, Venezuela's, that the reason why these people don't, and he calls them these people, mind you, he's part of these people. He's like, right. These people don't, the Cubans and the Venezuelans, they don't actually want, to be free. They voted for this. I'm like, okay, so what about, you know, the election that they had in 2024 when Edmundo Gonzalez and Maria Corina Machado won? I'm like, what about that? They didn't want that? And he goes, no, they didn't vote for it. I'm like, yeah, they did vote for them. And then Maduro hijacked the election. You can Google this. And it's like, but he's so smart. And again, that's what he mentioned when I asked him, what do you like about Trump?
Well, so I know you say that he's surrounded by community, but to kind of piggyback off of what Olivia was saying and a little bit off of what you said, like he moved to this new area. He's no longer, you know, he's a widower. He doesn't have a girlfriend. And as much as you're like, well, he's in this place and he's got tons of, you know, he goes to temple and stuff. I think it's very easy that, to me, I think it's very plausible that perhaps even with like community that he has like inserted himself into, like going to temple and stuff, it is still a new community. He probably isn't feeling like there's probably a level of like loneliness there. And I don't know if you saw the video I posted basically tonight, a few hours ago, but I kind of talked about this specific idea of
when you were talking about the ICE agents.
Yeah, the ICE agents. Yeah. And I think like, so basically in it, as you know, like I was talking about how the two ICE agents that the names have now leaked are Raimundo
and Jesus.
You're
Yeah,
putting some mustard on it, though.
Yeah, Raimundo, and Jesus.
Jesus what? Gutierrez.
Jesus Ochoa and Raimundo Gutierrez.
And one of them is pretty white passing too.
Sure. Yeah, but this idea of like, I think it's the same way, like it's not unique for a Hispanic or Latino man to be super racist against other Latinos. Like that's kind of a joke, you know, among Latinos that like every Latino is super fucking racist against every other type of Latino.
True.
Right? Yeah.
Is it true or is it not
I
true?
think that it depends. It depends on what kind of Latino you are. I
Yeah.
think it depends on like there's a
That in
lot of
itself
different.
is
No,
crazy
listen. There's a lot of different dynamics to play here. Like Mexican, I'm gonna say broad scales generalizations here. Mexicans don't like Puerto Ricans. Mexicans don't like Cubans. Puerto Ricans and Cubans don't like Mexicans. A lot of people who have fairer complexions look down on Guatemalans and El Salvadorians.
So that's what's interesting. My dad doesn't even like my family that's from Guatemala.
Well,
he doesn't even like his family.
Baby girl, I'm gonna just tell you, your daddy's going through some shit. Okay, your daddy's going through some shit. It's that damn phone. Your dad is on TikTok or actually no. You know what your dad is on? Your dad is on YouTube Shorts.
No,
that's where this is coming from. YouTube Shorts.
My name is Danielle, and I appreciate you bringing me on. The original question was about how to like deprogram him, and I successfully deprogrammed my mother.
No
She
way.
voted for Trump, and my mother was a social worker. She was a single mom. She survived every form of abuse. She was the most liberal person you'd ever find, true feminist, and somehow fell into the hole. And it was like, we couldn't even recognize her. And my sister had married into a Hispanic family, so it got real bad for a while. And when we figured out what was going on, she was literally falling into the algorithm. Everything on Facebook started popping up, and she couldn't tell the difference. My mother was wildly intelligent, master's degree, wildly intelligent. How did she fall for it?
Yeah.
And it's because they're seeing all this stuff. So your question is, how do we deprogram? And your best bet is to actually just sit down and say, okay, if you're going to watch Fox News, you're going to watch or listen to the same stuff on CNN, or on independent media is even more important, and listening to people like that. And every single time they bring up all these points, you bring up the points from the other side. You have to make them see it physically. And the way we did it with my mom, I told her, you have to turn off Facebook for 1 week. You have to turn off the mainstream media for 1 week. And it was a slow roll, but it worked. And it has worked for the 3 or 4 friends that we've done that to. The only way to do it is to get them out of that algorithm. That is what it is designed for, and it is successful.
Start forcing him to watch this atheist Jews content more.
Did I forget
Right?
did I forget to mention that he's a retired attorney?
Even the wiser
A Jewish
and
attorney?
smarter.
You don't say.
You don't say.
No
And
way.
the problem really is with how intelligent they are. They actually believe, how could I be wrong?
Yeah.
And that it's an unfortunate truth. But
The problem
your
with him is
best
that
bet is to
it's not
sit
that
down with
he's-
facts.
It's not that he's wrong. It's that he likes the stuff that they're doing. Like, I don't know what he likes that they're doing, but he likes it.
But that's the thing. It's like they're offering him in the same way. The whole thing, the reason I brought up the video I made is because they are offering certain well-behaved Latino men a sense of being on the side that is not being targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the more there's this weird dichotomy, right? Where the more he sees that Latino men, just like himself, are going to be targeted, the more likely some part of his brain is going to realize that the safest side to be on is on the side of the targeters.
The problem is the first step is getting him to recognize that he's a Latino man. Because if you ask my dad what he is, he's going to say, I'm an American.
It's all interconnected. That's what I'm saying. It's like the ironically and very difficult, like the difficulty here is that the more you show him in many ways, right? And I'm not saying that there's no way to break through to him, but unfortunately, the more you show him the risk to himself or to people like him, the more he's going to convince himself, no, but I'm different, or I can be different if I am just on the right side of this. And that pushes people like him more towards the side of being the fucking tormentors, in order not just to avoid being a target, but in order to avoid the uncomfortable feeling that is the fear of being targeted. Because it's not cool. It is not fun to be scared. It's not fun to be anxious. It's not fun to feel alone, targeted, vulnerable, any of that. It is really
he's
fucking
never
difficult.
felt that a day in his life,
And
because
he's never
he feels so
felt that.
protected.
It's much more so true for men, and especially Latino men. Latino men, Hispanic men, even just European men, let me say, fucking hate vulnerability. They are so fucking bad at it. Yeah. They are so bad at vulnerability. And so they will do anything to escape that feeling of vulnerability, including going straight into the fucking arms of the person that's putting them in danger, just to avoid it.
But if he's got internalized racism, let's make a point of that. If he's got internalized racism, hold on, then getting him to recognize that he's Latino is not the point. But use what he's best at. If he's a lawyer, what kind of lawyer was he? Bring the law into it and show him the side you're on is breaking the law. How would you treat this as a lawyer?
Well, because he's like, oh, well, you know, those cases were BS, and then he goes, the 34, the 30 whatever counts. He's like, that was BS, and that was thrown out. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was thrown out. He was convicted. He's like, no, those were thrown out. I'm like, Dad, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're the one that got me to hate this man in the first place. What are we doing here? And just to give you context about the internalization of this family, his younger sister, my aunt, has been a Trump supporter since probably 2016. She's a Trump supporter, but her entire career is going to schools and teaching kids nonviolence training. She even wrote a book about it and goes on podcasts about it. And she's trying to become like this big, famous nonviolence trainer. And she's a huge advocate against human TRAFF, finish the rest. But she's a Trump supporter. So that's kind of what I'm working with here, this kind of family.
Brother.
Yeah.
Should I just
but I think you need
give
to sit
up?
down with a laptop.
Dude.
I really mean it. Sit down with a laptop, because just saying, what do you mean 34 counts were thrown out? No, show me facts. If your dad is a lawyer, he loves facts. So sit down, show me the facts, and then show him
And
facts.
also, and as someone in the chat said, just go to his house and put parental controls on his TV.
We did that for a friend.
Just take a quick trip to New York, say, Dad, I'm coming over, and then password protect all his fucking cable. I think that's so funny.
He's pretty tech savvy, so I don't think that would work. But
Tech savvy, how in the world is he falling for this crap?
that's what I'm saying.
It can happen to anyone. My mother is super fucking smart. She's fallen down a whole other rabbit hole. Like, the irony is, my mother's super fucking smart. She fell.
Flat earther. It's crazy.
Oh my
wish.
It's
I wish.
nuts.
No, she's super on the China bandwagon. And I am pro China. Like, there's a lot of things we are fed a lot of misinformation about China for sure. They are just as evil as the U.S. You know what I mean? Probably not more so in most ways. But she has fallen so far down that rabbit hole that she's like a Uyghur genocide denier. For example, you know what I'm saying? And like, China does nothing wrong, sort of thing. I feel like the truth is somewhere in between.
I don't understand how you can just not, like, you can acknowledge that they built an incredible train system and are just absolutely demolishing us on green energy and education and like social programs, and also acknowledge that they're kind of doing a genocide. That's nuts.
Exactly.
You can just do both of those things.
That's my stance. My mother is an all or nothing. My mother, yeah.
Germans had a couple of good ideas, kind of thing. I don't know.
Right?
Oh God, I hate this.
The thing that really gets me is like, since there's, two Jews in here, me and GT, like, why, like, there's an epidemic happening of, like, Jewish people supporting MAGA. And I know that many voted for Harris, but I've seen it specifically in my community. It is so crazy. And I do not understand it in the slightest, especially because, like, my great-grandparents survived the Holocaust. And they met after the Holocaust.
Great grandparents hurts my feelings a lot.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna let you know, but that's okay.
Well,
but same.
If it makes you feel better, my parents had me when they were older. If that makes you feel better.
Somebody's in here just being a little anti-Semitic, but yeah, okay, fine. What I'm saying is, I grew up, and I've said this a bunch of times. I've grown up hearing this story of like what happened to us before I ever knew anything about anything and understood that like what happened to us can't happen to anybody else, and you have a part to play in like not letting
Never
it happen
again, right?
to anyone. And so like I learned that lesson, and I don't know why everybody else in shul wasn't getting the same fuck ass message from their grandparents shoved down their throats every 2 days, being like, don't let this happen again. And I'm like, I'm 6. I don't
That's what half our holidays and food sessions are about.
Everything is
the
about
guilt that
this.
we survived.
I mean, I grew up on Holocaust, like the Holocaust Memorial. I would go deliver food to families of Holocaust survivors.
So
you know who Elie Wiesel is, GT? Mm-hmm. There's a famous picture of him, like with his like hand up, kind of. My great grandfather's in that photo.
That's nuts. What lore?
Nuts,
but like,
right?
It's so MAGA in specific, but then this is where I don't want to go off on this tangent, but like other Jews talking like just defending Israel. We're just going like, hey guys, what the fuck are you guys doing? How did you miss this whole anyway? But MAGA,
well, I'm actually victim to that, because I mean, my profile photo, I took that there. I went on Birthright right after I graduated high school, before October 7th, and everything happened after that. And I had to do a lot of deconstructing myself, because I was like, I was in that rabbit hole, and like, because it was all I knew. It was all I was told,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it was for lack of trying, but also I think that like I became very unreligious very early. And so like I never went on Birthright. I never sort of like cultural, it's important because they kind of try to get rid of us. So it's like, I get why we got to stick around, but like anyway, so,
yeah, but
like,
you don't think, like, after going on Birthright, you don't think it's a bit of like a propaganda thing?
It's
that's how I feel.
It's fully entirely propaganda. It is full, but more to the point, like I remember hearing those stories, and I've said this a lot, so I'm sorry for repeating myself, but like in the early 90s in shul, like things would happen in Israel, like bus bombings were happening kind of a lot, and kids would ask questions, children would ask questions, being like, why is this happening? And they would be like, because they hate Jews.
Yep.
And then you go, oh, they still hate us. That makes sense because of the time everybody tried to kill us that one time. Totally tracks. No further questions. And so like there's not an insignificant amount of unlearning that I had to do when this is all happening. And like, but it wasn't, I think, it wasn't as much as other people kind of had to go through. But like, it absolutely is. We got that fucking message that whole time. And like, it is the same sort of fear being instilled from abroad in Jews in the diaspora about like, everyone still hates us. We need a safe haven. And you need to protect this safe haven through like your sort of undying loyalty to our government.
And the one thing I don't understand is like, we love America, but we hate Trump. If these people can't even come out and say that Israel is a, apartheid state, this, that, and the third, why can't they at least say that this government is worse than like what we're dealing with here? Like, why can't they at least like say that? Like, give us that. At least come out against this government. If you're not going to come out against the state, come out against the government.
But to bring this back to Jews and it was such a clear lesson for me. Being Jewish in my family or growing up made me like this.
I am like this because of those experiences. Directly, you can draw a straight line from grandma and grandpa telling me what they had to go through to get here, and like, and like I'm like that because of I'm like this because of that, and like. It is still a very large sort of stumbling block for me, and my understanding of how other people who were raised vaguely similarly that I was to feel protected. I think maybe not dissimilarly to like the proximity to power that Latinos feel in this sort of new hellscape that we're living. That like. Probably similarly, Jews feel protected by the idea that this administration or this movement is going to protect us,
and they don't.
Somehow,
they
and
just
they
use them
don't.
as scapegoats.
We're getting it from both fucking sides now. It's crazy how
Trump does
vulnerable
not
this
care
makes
about
us.
Jewish people. Trump doesn't care about any people.
Yeah, dude. No. He loves Jews. His accountants are Jewish.
And also, by the way, but there's this other side to it that like is. Talk about scapegoating. There's a reason that the first fucking peaceful protester that was arrested, that was disappeared under this administration, was a pro-Palestine protester. There's a reason that the first targets of First Amendment violations were pro-Palestine protesters, speakers, advocates, whatever. Like that woman who was taken. Was it for Tufts? Is that where she went? And what she wrote, it was simply like, oh, hey, you should respect the student body electorate because they voted not, to cut fund, whatever it was. Like, that's all she said. There's a reason that she was one of the first, that Mahmoud Khalil was the first. And it's because firstly, it's the easiest thing to get people on board against and for, but also when people look back on this time in history, you know what they're going to say? They're going to be like, the first fucking attacks on the First Amendment on free speech were in the name of Israel.
Yep.
And in fact, it's before this, right? Because like the only laws on the books that like truly go against the First Amendment are anti-BDS laws. And there's like 27 states, I believe, or maybe 29 now, with anti-BDS laws on the fucking books, laws that literally make it illegal to boycott, divest, or sanction products from Israel. That is a unique type of law on the books. When people look back at this and they're like, how the fuck did this start? What was the first step? They're going to be like, yeah, it was in the name of protecting Israel.
And when did that start?
In the name of protecting the Jews. And it's crazy because they're setting you up to be scapegoats again. I mean, they're using you as scapegoats, and they're setting you up to be the scapegoats on the
just
other
like the Latin, just like the Latin ICE officers.
It's our favorite thing to do. Since we started writing things down, it's like, hey, why don't we be the target? We'll take this.
What I want to know is like, when did this start? I mean, I remember like in 2024, when like a couple months before the election, I was still like indoctrinated in that with like my family and stuff. And I remember my awful cousin that I told you about earlier told me, just vote for Trump. You're not gonna do anything. You're in a red state anyway. Your vote doesn't matter. Just vote for Trump. What's wrong with you? Right? Crazy guy. And then he's like, and I'm like, but if you're worried about, I literally told him about this. I was like, if you're worried about Israel, don't you know that like the U.S. is always like an ally to Israel, no matter who's in, the presidency. And then, I ended up educating myself about Israel and, Palestine and all that. But like, I said that, and like, I know that's true. And my question is why? Why is the U.S. like Israel's biggest ally? Why does Israel do to like put, like, what does Israel have on us?
It has,
because this has predated like Netanyahu.
Well, that's a funny question, but I also think it's like, without my conspiratorial hat on, and certain people being like agents of Mossad and intense, unique blackmail, I think that like it is advantageous for us to have a sort of like a Western. It isn't out of altruism. That's, I can tell you that for free right now. It is out of like a geopolitical stronghold in a region that we need. That's it. It's
not just I've been starting to think about it. and not trying to be conspiratorial, but there is a level
Love a good
of,
conspiracy, Brenna.
Sure, yeah. I mean, but there's like a level of even of like higher thinking that I think is hard to like hone in on, of like, it's not just having this stronghold there. There's also this element that the US, I think, wanted, and when I say the word annex, I don't mean in the geopolitical sense, but I mean in the sense of like, there's something very convenient for the US to have an annex where it can put a lot of shit that it does not want on its own books, so to speak. In that this is uncomfortable, but like Israel is very welcoming to pedophiles.
Yeah.
Like legally, unfortunately. There is, you look like you're going to say no.
The reason for that is complex, because it is this fierce defense of each other out of this sort of, like, I don't know that it's entirely manufactured, because if you read my DMs, it's not totally manufactured, but like out of this sense of fear, people will protect our people viciously and apologize for things that are sort of deeply indefensible. Not me, but like that is a reason.
But you don't need to be Jewish to benefit from some of the lax welcoming, I guess, in fucking Israel.
I'll actually tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, DT. No, go ahead.
So, I mean, and that's part of it for sure, but just for like, there are a lot of, I mean, we always talk about like Israel and its strength in terms of like intelligence, Mossad and whatnot. Yes, absolutely. But like, it's also worth remembering, very much funded in large part by the United States. Also, at points in time where Congress prevented the CIA from operating to the extent that the CIA wanted to, like throughout history, Israel has functioned as a sort of de facto, outside of the country, intelligence wing or arm for the United States.
That sounds like really corrupt.
Right. Well, so that's kind of what I'm saying, of like the U.S. benefits greatly, especially some like powerful people in the U.S. benefit greatly from having this sort of paralegal, is like how we would say it, of like not quite subject to the laws of the United States, that can function. It basically can function as the United States can function outside of its own laws a little bit.
I literally have chills right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much.
Like I'm saying, I mean, this is more me describing it in this way, but I think there's this level of like, it's not just like, having a stronghold in the region, especially the more globalized we become, like the more globalized the globe becomes, the less important it is to have specific regions, like ownership over specific regions, so to speak. Now, obviously, it is a very fertile region. It is a very oil-rich region. It is very there's a lot of really valuable resources there. Mediterranean, the position, like for not just in the Middle East, but like relative to other areas of the globe, absolutely very beneficial. But it's not just that. I think it's just having this sort of outside of U.S. law territory that you can use as a sort of like holder for all this shit that you don't want to do within your subpoenable things,
It's just weird to me that this like all predates like, not only Trump, but even like Netanyahu, like whenever this started, like this has been going on for like years and years and years. And what the United States we've had like good sound people in office since then, like what nobody's thought to maybe not do that. Like it feels like it's the Middle East is controlled by the Israeli government, and then the US just complies and allows them to do whatever they want, and like they kind of own that as like this little tiny state in like this big continent.
I think it's more complex than that.
Probably.
I think that it's unclear at this point who's wagging which dog, but I think that
It just
Dad.
sucks because like 70% of the Jewish people I know are Trump supporters because they
That's
don't.
high. That feels high.
It's pretty high, but listen, Floridians, let me tell you.
That's
Floridian.
the worst kind.
Yeah.
However, coming from Long Island, New York, let me tell you, I am shocked at how many of us, like, it's alarming how many of us hated the guy who sits on the golden throne now when he was just a New Yorker. And now that he sits on that throne, how many of them forgot they hated him?
Yeah.
I'm shocked at how
It
red
is.
Long Island, New York is.
It is I mean, I think maybe this is just reductive, but I think it is just this idea that the incorrect assumption that we're going to be protected under Donald Trump, and that like
absolutely,
and I've only seen a skyrocketing rise in anti-Semitism in the last 10 years. Since the moment that he came down that escalator, a bunch of dudes lit tiki torches and walked around going, "Jews will not replace us."
And
the
GT,
minute
don't
that he
you
fucking
GT, don't you feel like the Israeli government is amplifying anti-Semitism? Am I the only one that's crazy to say that? They make it worse.
This is a complicated moment.
It is complicated.
Yeah,
Well,
but yes,
there are documents out there that literally say that is part of the tactic.
Well, what I'm saying is, I brought this up and saying, like, you know what makes anti-Semitism worse? Like the people that insisting conflating Judaism with Israel when Israel's doing war crimes. That's what makes anti-Semitism worse. It is this constant conversation about like why they think I have the access codes to the space laser. You know, and like
I'm really upset I never got my space laser application.
I'll put you back on the email thread. But like,
yeah, and like, where's my trust fund? I thought that being Jewish came with a trust fund.
Where's my fucking check, dude? But like,
I
so
thought
the
I was
point is,
instantly a lawyer just because of my last name.
I was. They gave me. I got the bar. So here's the thing: is that like they do this purposefully to continue to use fear to like reinforce support, where to defend the indefensible things that they are doing to like children in a country that borders them, and like again, this thing that you keep referencing about how smart your dad is, like you know.
Oh well, I mean, even when he was a Democrat, he's always been a Zionist through and through, always. Ooh.
And that's so. I think that there's a thing that happens where you're smart but scared. I think that like it takes it. I know how uncomfortable I've been throughout my life, examining the things that I believe and finding out that I believe the wrong thing, and that is a very uncomfortable thing to do. And I don't think people are even willing to do that amount of like. Work on themselves or self-awareness, because it is a genuinely uncomfortable place to swim around. And I think that like you can be as smart as you want, but being unwilling to address that, it doesn't matter. And so when people are faced with an uncomfortable moment, they would rather find the path of least resistance rather than sit with the reality for a second. I think that happens a lot with happens so much with dumb idiots, but it also happens with smart people too. And
well,
I think
well, you know what my dad told me was, I was like, Dad, you know, it's really awful that, you know, these can you say the HOSTAG word on here?
you don't have to because you spelled it, but
y'all know what
I play it fast and loose these days. It's fine.
This is my first time on like a big live, so I don't want to mess anything
You're
up.
doing great.
Okay, great. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So like when all that was happening, you know, I told my dad, I'm like, you know, that's when I first started to wake up was, you know, early 2024. Not about politics. I mean, I've always been, you know, very liberal, but about Israel specifically, which is political, of course. And I started to tell my dad, I'm like, Dad, I don't like the way that the government is handling this at all. I don't like, they're these people, these Israeli people, they're kids. They've been taken hostage, and they don't want to go in and get them. And I mean, like, I don't like this. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If that was you and you were there, I would just consider you gone, and I would mourn you, because I know that I'm probably not going to get you back, and it's probably better that I don't get you back.
Oh my
For the greater thing. That's what my dad told me. And somehow I was like, yeah, Dad. Yeah, you know what, Dad? You're right. Yep, you're right. No, he wasn't freaking right. What are you talking about? I'm like, Dad, I'm watching all these videos, and like they're not letting food in, they're not letting aid in. Oh, that's all propaganda. That's not true. I'm like, what do you mean propaganda? Like what are you talking about? Like, Netanyahu could put whatever he wants on the TV here. What are you saying to me?
So there's something
That's a really
actually that I want to go back to what GT said, and it was about when to know that something's wrong, if you will, that line in the sand, like when you're willing to say, like, okay, I was not right about this. Step back a minute. And for a while, like when the initial attack happened and Israel was attacked, as a fellow Jew, I was like, hey, that's not okay. Like, I felt like they had every right to retaliate.
Yeah.
But sitting there, listening, going, wait, this is no longer you have a right to retaliate. This is now you're purposely doing things. It took a while to figure out when is the right time for me to step back and go, okay, I no longer support them. And it was really hard to explain to people, like, well, no, I think that they did the right thing at first, but then it went too far. Like, how do you explain something like that?
Yeah. And then you get ripped to shreds from
both sides
of this. But at the same time, like, we got to do hard things. And for me, it was pretty soon after when it was pretty clear that they were just like carpet bombing entire cities. Yeah. Where they weren't doing anything strategic, and they were using this fucking thing that they continue to use, that they're hiding in civilian places.
Oh yeah, they're hiding in the hospital. I'm like, and then they're like, oh, see, guys, like, and they're all, I could tell you guys this propaganda. It's like, oh, well, the Israeli government, they drop flyers, from the sky to warn Palestinians to move so that they don't get. What are you seriously?
What movie are you watching?
What movie exactly? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they're like, oh, but the thing is, no other country, Israel's been so good to the Palestinians. They allow them in. Jordan, Egypt, all these neighboring countries, they don't want to allow them in, but Israel allows them in, and they're so ungrateful, and yada yada yada. Like the propaganda is crazy. And if you're Jewish with a lot of Jewish friends, it's all you're seeing all day long. That's all that I was seeing all day long.
Yeah. The point is, you keep saying that your dad's smart, and having heard that thing that he said, I would question.
Think he is.
All right. Well, I don't think.
Emotional intelligence and book intelligence are very different.
Sure. I think I'm very thankful that and this may be a very insensitive thing to say, but I am deeply thankful that I don't have to do this, because I don't think that I could handle it. I love my idiot parents very much, and if they were doing something like this, I would make it my entire life's work to pull them out of this. So I don't, and I maintain that people get suckered in by this stuff. People can be absolved or corrected, and I think that I think you got to put in a sort of Herculean effort to try and change what he's consuming, and it's the same for him as it was for every idiot who has a fucking "Don't Tread on Me" flag truck, who just like hoovers this shit up. Like they were more open to it. He had a longer way to fall, but like
guys, my dad had a resist sticker on the back of his car during the entire first Trump presidency. This man was a strong, strong liberal. Which again, I don't know how you can be a strong liberal and support Israel. But
How old is he now?
he's like, what, he must be, how old's my dad? Like 69.
So he retired in this time. He retired 4 years ago.
He retired like, I want to say probably around like 2021. He was like fully retired. I want to say probably.
And your mom passed away when?
2015.
2015. And yeah, I mean he's. I feel like it just makes sense. It's like his wife passed away, and he was probably, he had a few years to be like, it's okay, we'll figure it out. Life.
Well, no,
moves
he's
on.
always been like, my dad's always been racist to his own kind, and he was always like a very bad drinker. Like none of the issues that he had amplified when my mom died. The only thing that really changed was instead of taking like his emotional anger, he was never like physically abusive to my mom, only to me. I got the lucky one. But he was extremely emotionally abusive to her, and like the only thing that really changed was that like I just had to like get that too, because like she wasn't around to take it anymore. But like his character traits were pretty much the exact same after. Like
When did you move out?
Oh, I moved out when I was 19, so that was 2023.
Okay. So see what I'm saying though? There's like it seems like 2021 he retired. 2023 his daughter moved out. 2015, sure, it's like right before the first, Hillary and stuff. His wife passed away, but like, and when did he move?
2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Like this man's life has changed precipitously.
Drastically.
Yeah, drastically.
But he's so old, and usually when people get older, they get wiser, not dumber.
No, that's not true. No, old people are dumb as fuck, girl. The whole like old people get wiser is a lie that they sell us to make us respect them.
Just
as
look
they
at me,
fall
dude.
into the Delulu hole.
dumber and dumber by the day.
They get fucking stupid.
I actually
like that's
really
what
wanna
dementia
point
is.
out-
That's what Alzheimer. That's what dementia
Absolutely.
is. Like their brains are rotting. Okay, and I say this with all due respect.
Some people's.
Like Renee Rapp, euthanize your parents.
Can we take a moment to understand, like, the actual psychological portion of that is that your mother, through her entire marriage, played filter for your dad.
Yeah.
She was the bumpers on the bowling alley, if you will, to make sure that he did not hurt and offend people. And when she passed away, his real self came out.
No. Everybody knew my dad was a horrible person. I mean, he used to like, mind you, speaking in fluent Spanish with the accent and everything on the phone with his clients who happened to also be Hispanic. He would scream at them in Spanish, racist things in Spanish, like when they would piss him off, and they would keep him because he was a good lawyer. But he's always been like that. My mom would just be like,
You can't be amazingly liberal and that kind of racist.
That's
in the
exactly
same
what I'm
wrap-up.
saying. It makes zero sense.
Right, but what I'm saying is your mom was the bumper. And when your mom was removed from the picture, there was nobody there keeping him on that steady path to be as liberal as you thought he was.
Well, he's always said that, like, a big reason why my dad is the way he is like, because I guess, like, he has a daughter. And so, like, like, he's always been, like, kind of like the, like, I protect my daughter and blah, blah, blah. And so, like, you'd think, like, usually those types of people aren't MAGA Republicans who, like, care about, like, their daughter's safety. Like, I mean, in 2024, my dad was in...
Conservatives always say that, like, we'll always basically only choose the right thing for women if they can think of a specific woman to give a fuck about.
Absolutely.
So, like, there's a level of this. I mean, the more respectfully, the more you share about your father, like, the less surprised I am by this.
You're like, the more you share about your father, the
like,
more I realize that he might just be an asshole.
Yeah.
No, actually, I wouldn't put the label of asshole. I think the more you explain, the more the signs were all there.
Mm-hmm.
they're all there. Yeah, and again, I think it was just taking your mom out of the equation and just like Brianna said, like retiring and having that much attention brought to your finances in that moment. There's so much that makes all of it make sense. And
Finances, no, his finances boomed after my mom passed away because the stock market boomed, and so his pockets boomed big.
Right. I'm not
and mind you, that was around the time that Donald Trump happened to be president. Did it boom because of Donald Trump? No. Did my mom die because Obama was president?
But
no, that doesn't work that way, right?
But
But
now
what we
he
could
thinks
say
he's
is
in some
he
elite
correlates it to
class.
Trump.
No, but he's right. But he's someone who has always needed to lash out to feel something, right?
Yes.
Like he's had. Well, I mean that's why I think people lash out in general. People lash out because it is the quickest way to feel like you have
control.
You have control. You have an effect on your surroundings and the people surrounding you, and that's why abusive people fucking abuse a lot of the time. It comes out of this need to convince themselves that they can have an effect on the world around themselves because they lack this sense of control, and so he had your mother to lash out and to feel like he had some semblance of fucking control, and as your mother left or passed. Left his life, as you left his life, as his work left his life, as his community, as he moved away and his community left his life, he's now left with needing to lash out to feel that same pushback. And the only place he can put that is further out. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't have the people in his immediate vicinity to lash out at and get that pushback. So now he's
He calls me all the time. He calls me all the time and
allows him
lashes
to
out
do
at
it.
me. Don't worry, I'm not free from the shackles. I still
good.
get phone calls all the time. Don't worry about me. But one thing that I will say is his community here was very MAGA, and his community there isn't. So I'm like, what's going on here?
Let's just say this also. I think that none of this is. I think everybody has we are just now meeting you. We don't have a full grasp of the picture. I think that I think and what's also worth noting is that again, this is something that I have zero experience on, but plenty of other people do. Having lost a parent and having this sort of importance of parents transferred entirely onto this man.
Yeah.
I think it's still important that I'm sure to you it's important to maintain this relationship regardless of how.
I mean, he has nobody else. I'm the only person that cares about him. His siblings are not good people either. It's literally just me. So I feel kind of a responsibility to my grandma tells me all the time, on my mom's side, she's like, listen, I hated my father, but I still loved him. And he was a horrible person, but I don't miss him. She told me, she's like, you need to know the difference. And he doesn't do anything. He doesn't financially support me or anything. There's no ties. It's not that I need him. It's that I feel like he needs me. And he also suffers from heart issues. So I feel like if I were to cut those ties, it might be an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've turned this into a full therapy session, and I have a million political questions that I should be asking you guys.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't have a degree in this. I pretend that I do, but I don't. And I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure Brenna didn't get the minor. But so
I did get the minor. What?
I did have a dual minor in
Psychology.
psych and soc.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was
You
2
never
credits
fucking
away
told me
from
that.
double majoring.
Same.
I almost have a psych degree, but I have the minor degree.
I'm going for a psych degree. I'm in college now.
Not that counts for shit, dude.
Right. Well,
I can't shrink you.
a little bit more. But okay, so I guess what I'm saying is, I think you have to decide what the value is. I think that it sounds like you want to continue to try and find a way to deprogram dad, and I think that that's still worthy pursuit, despite what other people might think in this comment section.
Not
But,
only just deprogram dad, but honestly, the bigger issue is deprogram the people around me who, just because of their religion, think that they need to support this administration. I feel like that's a bigger issue. the personal, like, yes, it affects me, but like my dad lives in a very liberal state. He's not going to mess up midterms. He's not going to mess up the elections. So like it just matters to me that like he has this like worldview, but he's not going to like negatively impact our country in that way, I guess. Am I making sense?
Sure.
I think you are very advantageous in wanting to do this. I think it is wonderful. However, I will say that wanting to deprogram all the people around you is what so many of us are trying to do. And I think it is in your best interest to make sure you safeguard yourself first. I know that you want to do it. It is a very like noble thing, but you can only do so much. And your best bet is to start with just sticking to facts. Stay away from the feelings and stick to facts with these people.
That's what I tell my best friend. I'm like, listen, you can't argue to these people about, oh, well, E. Jean Carroll, and oh, well, this and that, and the felonies, and he's a bad person, and the e-files. I'm like, you can't bring that up because they literally do not care about that. Like I've told her, I'm like, the people that she is speaking to, they do not care about any of that. None of that is a deal breaker to them. It's not. You got to bring up how they're like, how he's negatively impacting their life and their pockets.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Don't forget the Epstein files.
Right. Well, okay. So I guess if you guys want to change the topic, I had a question for you guys. What do you guys think about this Tulsi Gabbard blind item drop? I don't know if you heard about it.
Do we have details on it?
No, I just saw Aaron Parnas talk about it, and I was like pretty
It's locked away in a safe.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
There's just a whistleblower thing, that's locked away in a safe, but we don't have any more details. People keep asking me, like, what do you think about it? I'm like, I don't fucking know what to think about it.
I've seen it right before they put it in the safe. They showed it to me, so I can make a.
Well, it's because you got your honorary Jewish degree. Oh, man.
That's right.
You
Soros.
have the key. You literally have
Soros
the
sent it to me.
Dang it.
But I think that hearing her parrot Russian propaganda on the debate stage and then be named fucking national security advisor and then do the Georgia thing and then like it doesn't look great for old Tulsi. And I think that the way that she's flip-flopped on a lot of those issues sure does smack of something that like maybe that she might be compromised. Who knows? Who would speculate on something like that? But what I'm saying is Brenna would. I'm saying that
No,
maybe.
I'm saying, I don't fucking.
Oh, I thought you were saying I would.
Who could it be? Who could do such a thing?
Who
Who could do such a thing?
would ever? Yeah, I don't know. No, but the mind boggles, dude. Fuck yeah.
You should
I'm
make a
going.
TikTok that's like the owl in Tulsi Gabbard's cage.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a good one. This is an owl, but it's the person who has dirt on Tulsi Gabbard. Who? That's good. I'm gonna do that one.
You have.
That's
Nice.
incredible. I'm
Go
going
viral.
right here. It's going right from this to do that. Who? Okay.
I never
I
did
think we're
that
all
one that I did it on here and I never made the video, but it was like something Kien.
Yeah. I'm an owl, but I'm Spanish. Quien? You should definitely do that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do the Jewish owl at some point when everything dies down and just go, who?
Like a.
I thought you already did.
I haven't done it yet. I still keep forgetting. Like every time I go to do a funny dumb dick TikTok, there's like child murder in the fucking news, and I'm like, oh well, I guess we're not there anymore.
Every day I wake up and I think, oh my God, do you guys remember a couple months ago? This was last year. And there was a night where Trump had not been seen for like 3 days, right? And listen, I was up that night, okay, on the Twitters, okay? And because my Twitter happens to be a very liberal Twitter because I've curated it so I don't see anything bad. Yeah, it's literally like that and just like
musical artist. That's all I have on my Twitter. And so, I'm up late at night and, I'm scrolling and I'm like, maybe there is some hope. Okay. And then I'm seeing all the memes and I'm liking all the memes and, I'm reposting all the memes and I have some hope. Wow. This feels really good. Like I'm getting a little pep in my step. I don't want to go to sleep. I have some adrenaline now. Well, it was a false alarm, but it felt really nice.
That's where you went wrong.
It felt nice for a couple hours, guys. I can't tell you it didn't.
Someday, I've told this story a bunch of times. I'm going to do it right before I'm fading fast, so I'm just going to tell you this. There's one time I was working out in the gym, and on my watch, this was the last update. I had New York Times still got push notifications. For some reason, I just hated myself. And the article read, Donald Trump, 78, has passed
a bill.
And then the next line that I had to scroll up, and I was like mid-set, and I was just like, I had full body chills. I was like, oh my God. And then I read that and I was like, I'm going to find whoever wrote the fucking headline in this article and I'm going to pee in their coffee. That is the most vicious.
That's fair.
Donald Trump, age 78, has passed. Fuck you, dude. You know what you were doing. And goddamn. But anyway, I know that feeling because I was like, it happened.
Yes.
So I know immediately what it's going to feel like. And let me tell you, I don't know what heroin's like, but I assume it's similar. I assume it's similar.
If that's what it feels like, I'm
guys. Every time I
get
see
it very quick.
Do you guys, do you remember in 2020 when it was announced? I don't know if you guys had like crazy celebrations or anything, but Brooklyn literally took to the streets.
Yeah, we
literally took to
Boston. I heard it. Boston. We immediately got on my scooter. I went straight, just went into town, and the entire city had in our masks, in our fuck ass masks.
I was on Snapchat. I was on Snapchat posting to people about like the MAGAs in my Snapchat, and I was on Snapchat posting videos about why this is a good thing and why they should be happy. And I was 16 at the time, and those videos come up often on my Snapchat. But every time I see I am a tarot reader, or I am a whatever, a manifester, and on this day will be Donald Trump's demise. I am liking that up and putting it in my favorites so that I can go back and thank them if it happens. My question to you guys is, because I'm gonna say this, please don't take this the wrong way, but you guys have lived a little bit more life than me, so you've seen a couple more politicians than me. Sorry.
Whoa.
Just a couple, right? And so, but just a couple, maybe 2 more presidencies, 3 more presidencies, maybe 4.
3. Jeez.
Ouch. Harsh. So, guys.
I was born when Reagan was president, lady.
All right. Same.
Well, guys, I'm trying to make friends here. I like you guys.
Anyway, Ellie, now that you're done calling us fucking old, what were you saying?
I'm sorry. My question to you guys is, Olivia said this on your live a couple days ago, and I was listening, and she was like, our generation of people, we have not seen a normal Republican. Yes, we had the McCains, and when I was in diapers, I don't remember that, but we've never seen a normal Republican Party. And so my question is, I think we can confidently say, and I'm going to say it as fact, Donald Trump is not going to make it through these 4 years. What do you guys think is going to happen when it ultimately ends up finishing with Vance?
Here, first of all,
not saying that he's a normal Republican. He is not a normal Republican. But I've never seen anything other than that.
I think here's the thing. No. I think it's a fucking cop-out to be like, they are normal. No. The norms have changed. This is what normal Republicans are doing. The problem isn't Trump, actually. Fun fucking fact. And this isn't to you. My anger isn't to you. It's just in general. The problem isn't fucking Trump. It is the fact that Republicans are enabling him. Republicans could have him out of there on day 1. Absolutely. Day fucking 1, they could have had him out of there. And they didn't. Why? Because they fully support everything that is happening. And I do not fucking buy this idea that they are scared of him, because I'm sorry, that man is having fucking diarrhea in his diapers on the daily.
Guys, did you see that video?
Yes. They are not afraid of him. They are not fucking afraid of him. He is their shield. They are hiding behind him, not of him, behind him.
True. I think so. Yeah, agree. Brenna got spicy because she forgot to take her Centrum Silver earlier, and I will say this: I oscillate between feeling like JD Vance doesn't have the fucking sauce to take
who
over.
said that? Didn't Brenna say that?
AOC said that.
AOC said that.
Similarly powerful women, but I think the AOC said that, but like that's some people have heard me say that a lot of the time. I also think that they've been doing a really bang up job of putting JD Vance in front of a fucking takeover turning point. Why not? And put him on every fucking in any moment that they can to get him in front of as many eyeballs as they can, which we should have been doing with Kamala Harris in 2020 on. But like because he is such a fucking chameleon and he has no sort of moral center, he is just moldable into whatever. And they're making him this sort of like far right ideologue. I still think that he is deeply unlikable, and I don't think that he's going to be able to command this sort of like fervent cult base that he has coming to him. So there's still hope, but I think that like they're doing a really, really good job of making him seem like a viable sort of cult replacement. I don't think that he will be, but I think that
I actually don't think that he's going to end up being the 2028 nominee. I don't.
I
think
mean,
he's going
if
to.
they- if
I don't
he
think
was, I
Ned
mean-
likes him enough.
Yeah, no.
That's what
I mean,
the racism is for, though. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, but
Where they don't have a cult of personality, they will have a cult of hate. Like,
Absolutely. The only thing that brings them together is hatred and the being able to lash out at people. But when you ask yourself, what do the Republicans have after this? Honestly, you're absolutely right, Roberta. They are hiding behind that shield. They don't have a message after this. So if we can take control with a strong message, then Jesus criminy, maybe we can stop things from happening and allow the e-files to come to light. And I'm hoping, cross my fingers, I'm really hoping that there's a reason why arrests aren't happening yet. I'm hoping that there's a reason why things are not moving so that pardons can't be given.
the only thing that I'm going to say, the thing I'm going to say about that is that, like, even about the e-files, like, they don't care. These like the biggest what sums up like most of MAGA is fake Christians. It's like actually like the biggest epidemic in the world. Like they don't read the Bible, because if they were to read the Bible, they would see that it goes against everything that they stand for the most part. And like they don't like, their husbands would probably be on Epstein's island if they got an invite. Like, this is the people that we're dealing with.
let me just reassure you, and I'm going to mention that I'm going to go to sleep in 1.5 minutes, but they care about this. This is breaking through, and you see it. I see it fucking constantly on my demented, hateful timeline that I've curated here. That I made a video the other, like the 9th guy that's flew by me had this moment of self-awareness, being like, they got me in a pretzel here. I really don't. I'm like, yeah, so like, even,
Wow, that's hopeful.
and like 2 days before that, he was like, everybody voted for ICE. Fucking, this is the will of the people. And then 2 days later, he's like, well, yeah, I don't know what to do here and so like, we know from the data on this that this is getting through, and so like, if it should have been fucking bragging about assaulting women on the bus, and it should have been the fucking civil liable for rape, and it should have been the fraud, and it should have been the documents, and it should have been by the way, the insurrection. It should have been the like haunting ineptitude that he's stumbling around. It should have been all of that, but it's this. And so like, if it's this, you just take your finger and into the bullet hole, you just dig a little bit, and you just that's what you have to do. So
I forgot to ask you
I
guys,
really
doesn't
think that each of the state governments at this point need to actually that have the different like retaliation porn laws. They need to go after the White House or the Department of Justice for dispensing child pornography, those unredacted photos. That is absolutely against the law, and they should be attacked by every single state that has those laws in
But
place.
To that end-
unfortunately, they won't be.
To that
No.
end,
Well,
also
I
just
hope.
to mention that, like, the question of like, somebody very close to me asked today, why are there no arrests being made? And I was like, who would go arrest them right now?
Yeah.
Who
Absolutely.
would? And so why aren't they doing that? Yeah,
It's like the
because
George Orwell quote, right?
yeah. So that's there should be the fact that there are people, co-conspirators, redacted in these files is fucking insane, and these people like should be like currently, like, we should be seeing ICE level raids on like yachts right now, but that's not, because the DOJ is fully run by the executive branch, which has never happened before, and so like we're in a pickle, kids. But that's why that's not happening. I have to go to sleep. I'm so sorry.
Serious recommendation. Everybody needs to start paying attention to these drops, and everybody, if you haven't done it, needs to go back and read Project 2025, because it is happening in exact order. And if you want to know what comes next, you'll know.
Yeah, true.
And the last thing I want to say is just this has been like such a treat. I'm such big fans of you guys. Like, whenever you guys want to I'll come on and I'll request whatever you guys want, like some friendly conversation, like please add me up. You guys have done so much good for the communities, and I just want to let you know, for all of the people that are saying like such BS about like, why are you going to Minnesota? You guys have literally done more. You and Brenna have done more than any of these other people that are going to these places to protest have done. Like, it was sickening to me. I was watching your live when you were in the protests, and I was getting so emotional, and I was just doing chores around the house, just watching. And like, it is so amazing what you did with Benji's food pantry, and like, just know like the work that you guys do is so important. And Brenna, specifically, like your videos, Brenna, the way that you outline, like, I love the way that GT goes off on people, but I love the way that you outline your videos. They're so informative and they're so easy to understand. And like, I just absolutely love it. Like, I love what you guys are doing. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. And I just hope that more and more people educate themselves and watch your videos, because you guys are awesome. So whenever you guys want to add me on, please do. And just thank you so much for like, this has been such a treat. Like, thank you so much.
It's great to meet you, Ellie.
And
Thanks
good
for
night.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you
guys.
Thank you.
Love your Cavi, by the way.
Thanks, D. Appreciate you. She's sleeping over here. That was very sweet. Yeah, I hope that you heard that, Brenna. Good trouble. We like your dumb dick videos, but yours, Brenna,
We come to you for the real quality stuff.
yeah, that's why you got recognized so much more than me in Minnesota. I get it. That's fair.
Yeah. I was
all right.
going to share my fun little anecdote earlier, which is that when
Ellie, I'm kidding.
we all
She's like, no, I'm kidding. Fully kidding.
he's kidding. He's Josh.
Mostly kidding.
That when we took to the streets in Brooklyn, Chuck Schumer joined us. And I was dancing in the crowd that Chuck Schumer fucking joined like a fucking dork, dancing at the fucking arch thing over at Grand Army Plaza. He fucking joined. He had security with him. He joined the crowd that was dancing for about 5 minutes. Just in classic Chuck Schumer, just like.
Hello, fellow kids.
Literally. He was like, where are the people celebrating? And yeah.
I was on a Zoom call with him a couple of days ago.
Really?
And
How terrible was it?
I had to sit just out of reach of my phone so that I didn't hit the microphone and be like, "Hey, you gotta do something these days, anytime today, Chuck. You want to fucking will you please?" But it was a call, and there's like 107 other people on the call, and everybody was just like, "Oh, I could see it." Like 90% of everyone was just like hovering over their thing to just like. We're all fucking furious at you, dude. I'm glad you made time on a fucking Monday, but anyway.
Well,
anyway.
Was he just like talking at creators and stuff? Was it that sort of fucking bullshit or?
No, it was a conversation prior to. It was an informed, like
the sort of like level set before the funding, which didn't go through. So, and it was like we got kind of like read in about how DHS funding was not going to be included ultimately in the spending, and a lot of us were just like, cool, shut the government down, don't stop making concessions to these people, and like animated chat, let's just say that. But
Gotcha.
Chucky,
I do. It's fun. Earlier when I was playing with my food, as someone described it, the whole thing started because I was like, in zero ways, I know you got to get to sleep. I'm just avoiding working. I'm avoiding the silence.
you need to go to bed too, brother. It's 3 a.m.
What was I saying? God damn it. Fucking ADHD. No, when I was playing with my food, that's what it was. Because we were talking about the funding, and I was like, the one fucking thing that, unfortunately, and I was like, this is in no way a defense of Democrats or whatever fucking bullshit they're on, but I do have to recognize that the last time the government shut down, legally, ICE was not supposed to be paid. And illegally, they were getting paid.
They sure were.
And so
Remember that 10 years ago when that happened?
Right? Yeah. And so the part of me is like, this isn't to excuse Dems, because I think they poorly fucking mishandled it at the time too. And I'm pretty sure I made a fucking video talking about this. I know I talked about it on the lives where I was like, why the fuck aren't Democrats screaming from the rooftops? I reached out to the only like member of Congress whose team I was like somewhat in contact with, and I was like, why the fuck aren't you people talking about this publicly? Why aren't Dems leading with like, hey, they are illegally paying ICE right now? And I know on the other side of it, I know that they weren't, because they were like, we can't be seen as being against workers, like federal employees getting paid. But like, you also need to be out here at the very least, because the next time it comes around, like this moment in time right now, when people are like, why are you agreeing? Why are you making concessions? They are somewhat primed to understand, oh, last time, even when the government shut down, ICE was still getting paid super fucking illegally.
Yeah.
And no one has that basis of understanding. No one, because they didn't fucking talk about it. They never fucking acknowledged it.
But they pulled the money from somewhere. I can't remember.
Super fucking illegal. Doesn't matter. That's not how it works.
No,
That's
I
not how it
agree.
works.
But I can't. It was as if I think Trump like floated the idea that he was paying for them himself, but that obviously.
And they got
wasn't
some
the case.
donation. Still illegal.
That's right.
Still.
Right. That was.
But
that was
the
what was
donation only covered like, what was it, like $25 per ICE agent or something, or $125 per.
didn't
ICE agent on the-
no, it didn't fund them for a day and a half. It funded them for a day and a half, and it was like $17 million.
Yeah. And so even that, it's like, and even that would be illegal for them to use for that purpose. But like, that was just them. It's so fucking wild that Dems didn't scream about
Strike.
it more. They should have fucking.
Hey, Bretta.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I don't apologize. I would continue, but I'm not good. I'm
You're an
no
old
use
man. That
anymore.
makes this-
Thanks. Yeah, we know. Thanks, Ellie, for pointing that out.
Thanks, Ellie. We really, really appreciate people like you.
Thanks, Ellie. Good night, Grandma.
Good night, Grandpa.
There you go. All right, great. Carly, go to bed. All you guys go to bed. It's too late everywhere. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning in California. No, it's almost midnight in California. See? Go to sleep. Appreciate you, nerds.
Thanks for hanging out. This is ridiculous. Sorry. Was this good? I think this was a good live. Yeah, I think I did start late, I guess. Started at 10. Going for 3 hours. Cool. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? No, it's Tuesday right now. I'll see you later today. Later this evening. We'll be back on. Appreciate you, nerds. Somebody said the Olympics soon. I really wish that they fucking sanctioned us. You know what? I think that we would really I think that would really move the needle if Americans weren't allowed to compete under our flag. I think that would have been fucking a really good thing. That would have been so good. But crucial missed opportunity. Like, the Russians don't care. Russians don't give a shit. Are Russians still not allowed? Are they're allowed back in this year or no? They're still doing war. They're still state sanctioned cheating. They're not allowed. Oh, God, that would be so fucking good. America and Russia sanctioned out of the fucking Olympics. People's Republic of America. Love you. Mean it. See you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Good night.
She gets her gift